guys don't have any issues with your audio or video, please do let me know if you have any challenges with that. Send me a chat message and privately, and I will do my very best to help and assist you guys. Also, at the end, we will have an opportunity to share any feedback, any inspirations. We'd love to hear from you. Also, we'll have a couple of announcements, as you know, just to share specific information about the upcoming program, so that you guys can actually register for that and things like that. So hang tight, and we will make it happen. So without further ado, over to Dr. Cullen Bakshi.
Thank you, Maulik, and welcome everyone. Today, we're going to do a special practice for the warm-up. This warm-up is very energy-focused. And as we invite energy into our life and ourselves, how does it go? So let's get on with it. We'll do that, the first portion of that in the warm-up. And the second portion of today, we'll get into the walking Tai Chi Easy 5. This initial steps, forward movements for today. And then Saturday, we'll do the backward movements and the rest of it. So we'll see how much we can accomplish for all that. So let's just get loosen ourselves. Every joint that you want to move, stretch. Be ready to receive and transmit the energy. Anytime we have kinks or something is not, let's say we have stiffness, the energy does not flow. So, as we begin, let's ground ourselves, feet to the floor, knees slightly bent, and spine just erect, one on top of the other. This is how it's stacked up coins. Stacked up coins go up to here, because if the coins are displaced, the energy will not travel properly. So nice stack of points as the vertebra at the back, the spine. In the same way, on top of it, you have on the top of the coin, you have your head. And that head is connected up. So now you have a good connection between the earth and the heavens. And in fact, the up and down directions are relative directions. Somebody in the southern hemisphere, it is different. If you have an earth like this and somebody is sitting in Australia, they are like this. They are up like this. So that is relative. Think about that. And therefore, the whole idea about the macrocosm outside of us is relative. Same thing happens when we go inside. Inside, the energy travels all over the place. It can go anywhere in the body. And it does flow anywhere in the body. And we don't know if you have to just get the wiring of energy, let's say from here top to down here, I was to do wiring. Where the wires are connected? The nerves, the lymphatics, the blood vessels, and all that, so forth. It's very complex, isn't it? It does have a flow. So now, one of the interesting things that we will do today is the fact that the energy stagnates, and stagnation can cause situations. The energy has to flow. That's number one. Number two, what is the configuration of that flow? Now, this is an interesting part. I already told you it's very complex. One of the interpretations we'll share today is that there is a very big significance of figure of 8. 8. And as we go from the macrocosm to the microcosm inside, if you think about genes, genetic structure, it's like a coil, right? That coil, it's like, that's how we got transfer energy from our birth, or even before the birth, when the birth occurred, the energy was potential within that gene, got transferred into us, we got born, and we are now surviving, thriving. So if we focus on figure of 8, this is one of the very popular practice because it goes from the whole macrocosm into ourselves, into tiny little bit genes. And so let's begin. As we are rooted, raise our hands and coordinate your breath with it. Breathe. And then look up. Now, before we look up, just stay here. And I'm going to demonstrate a little bit of something that is called a window. This is a window. You can see like this. And we do it like this. This is a window. That's the way we represent a window. Window of opportunity, window of whatever that is. When we wake up in the morning, we look at the window, and see, wow, welcome to the morning. So that's the window you make, a triangle sort of. And then with the window, take a deep breath and look up. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. And bring it down to the third eye. The heaven's energy coming to you, through you, and observe. Continue breathing in and out. Bring it down to the heart center. And then if you can do in the positive way, this way, that's great. If not, turn around. Because it came from up heavens, it's going to down root into the earth. So this particular mudra or position of the hand signifies the fact that we got it from the heavens and we rooted down to the earth. So let's do that one more time. Breathe in, go up, invite the heavens into yourself, the yang through you, the heart mind, the third dantian, and root it into the earth. And relax. Bend your knee, relax the spine. Let's inhale once, twice. Bring it up. Now, if you imagine, I'm going to come near you so that you realize what we are doing here. We're having the tips of all the fingers and the thumb together. Now, this is a very classic way to do your brain massage. Interesting, head massage. So let's do a little head massage and see what happens. Let's do a little bit of nice. You can use the palm, you can use your fingertips, you can use knuckles. But let's do a little head massage so that the energy starts now. The energy entered here, so it starts flowing a little bit better. So this is the first entry for the yin and yang. And we're going to spread it around and do the massage. Breathe in and out at your pace. Feel the difference. Is the brain waking up? Is the brain energized? You're getting some more intelligent thoughts, solutions. Go to the right brain, go to the left brain. Take care of both of them, both areas. The back, the the vision part, front part, decision making, judgment, the hearing, recordings, past recordings in the temporal area. Take a deep breath. Out, inhale. One more time. Feel the difference in the head. Go to the heart. This is the second heart mind. Just gentle entry of the energy, spread it around. Spread it bigger and bigger circles. Bigger and bigger circles. The heart center is expanding. As it expands, expand the circles. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Slow down. The influence of the heart is all over the body right now. Go to the third dantian. Spread that energy in bigger circles. Very powerful experience. This is a triple burner. This is where all the metabolic activities occur. It's like the furnace of our body. Everything from here. You can go clockwise, counterclockwise. Just focus on that center. Shake off. Now we have energy spread into all the three centers. Now we're going to do a figure of 8. Figure of 8, as I said, is representing our genes. And our genes and the chromosomes, these are the ones that we really want to make sure that it reaches every single area. The DNAs and DNA structure is like that. And the DNA, we want to get it into the DNA, the messenger RNA, all the messages, all the energy that is going in. So we can start with the hand, and you can do that simultaneous. We'll do a figure of 8 for the entire body. So you will see how it can spread into every cell of the body. You can think about your own cells, think about your own organs, think about any area that you can make this figure of 8. So I'm just going to start off showing you. We can do together simultaneously. For example, this is figure of 8. You're doing with the index finger. I'm going to come nearer so you can see. Figure of 8. You can do figure of 8. Opposite direction, one going opposite the other. Same thing you can do with the middle finger. And you can do opposite, middle finger. Going opposite ways. Now you can do ring finger and these together. You can do all fingers together, except the thumb. Breathe in and out. And just imagine that every DNA within these areas are being nourished. The energy is moving around in that fashion. Continue your inhalation, exhalation. Do your thumb. You can do it vertically like that or horizontally. Doesn't really matter. The idea is you're moving the energy around in that fashion. Now let's do the wrist. We can do simultaneous. Inhale and exhale. Or you can do opposite. Continue your breathing so that the energy continues to flow along the breath. Make it wider now. Get it involved. the entire hand up to elbow, moving like that. It's almost like dancing. But the energy dances around, and that's nice. And you can do it opposite, any way you want. And then make a bigger circles, bigger eights. And then you will notice that we're going to swing a little bit side to side. That's fine. Make it bigger. Now we can make advantage of our hands here to get it from the cosmos, outer cosmos. So you can gather all that from the outer cosmos around, all around you. Continue breathing, entering into the body. Do your shoulder. One shoulder in front, second shoulder. You may have to keep the elbow a little bit, elbow guiding. Whatever the limit that you can do the opposite. You can do both shoulders together. Opposite also. Figure of 8. 8 is a wonderful figure in Eastern philosophy, in Chinese philosophy, and in Bible also. 8 is related to the abundance. 8 is abundant. And this is abundance of energy that is flowing into us. So having done that, just shake off a little bit because the energy is flowing a little bit. You feel that some extra may have come out. Just make sure that that's all nicely spread. Just spread it into the arm. Inhale, exhale. Next, we will do the head. So head we have done different ways, but this is going to be figure of 8. Be careful with your neck. Don't extend more than you can. Figure of 8. Opposite, figure of 8. Breathe in one way, breathe out. Now, the eyes. Do the figure of 8 with the eyes. You can do with one eye, but both will move anyway. So let's do both eyes. Up and down, make a figure of 8 with the eyes. Watch what you're watching outside the room. Reverse the direction, figure of 8 with the eyes. Gentle hand, warm hand on the eyes, rest them. Inhale, exhale. Next one we will do is a figure of 8 with the upper body, just the upper body. Without moving the pelvis, just this spine. See what you can do. This upper part of the spine, the lumbar spine. Hips can be stable. Don't move the hips a whole lot. You can move a little bit. See how many vertebral columns you can move separately. Think about it. Can you move this energy around in that individual vertebra? You can do shoulder, raise your shoulder a little bit so that the upper part is also taken care of. So I'm going to do my own like so. The kinks and everything that you have will be all beautifully removed, and energy will flow in every area, deeper to the area you're moving, All the organs also getting massaged as we move this. Relax. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Next, we will do the hips. We did the hips circles. This is going to be doing figure of 8. Smaller ones to begin with. Draw a figure of 8 on the floor with your hips. Continue the inhalation and exhalation. Make a bigger one, as bigger as you can do. And you know that the feet are balancing you. The feet are grounded. You can do opposite now. Opposite figure of 8. We're sending the energy into the DNAs of our hip joint DNAs. We are addressing every single cell with the movement, the breathing, and intention. And we got it all from the macrocosm into the microcosm. Let's do the knees. Support yourself and do your knees figure of 8. Just enough to give you the practice. How does that translate into the energy going to the knee joints and the muscles around? Inhale and exhale. Continue. Next, we'll be doing the ankle. So ankle you can do foot and ankle. You can do either you can support with your against a chair, or you can do it by yourself like this, support without the support. Figure of 8, whichever amount you can do is fine. Figure of 8. Reverse figure of 8. Now you know the hip also will move, that's fine. Every area, the foot also, every area. Figure of 8. You can bend down, relax. Now we did the figure of 8 up on the, so let's do this in a different way. Let's bring down the heavens with figure of 8 in front of us. And start bending down, joining the earth and the heavens. Relax. Let the arms swing completely, totally free. Much like the elephant, tusk of the elephant. Reverse the figure of 8. Come up. Hold the intention. Hold your energies. Feel the flow. Wakefulness, awareness, wonderful flow. Energy needs to flow. One practice we did before, we're not going to repeat that today, but one practice we did was tracing the yin and yang. That's very similar. I'm just going to mention that, but this is based on the balance of the yin and yang. You could trace the same yin and yang, but I felt that the eighth, I don't know about you, but when I do the eights, it just wakes me up significantly. It just makes it so powerful, so powerful. So now what we will do is I'm going to do the balancing the two sides of the brain, as you know. If you are able to do balancing of both sides of the brain, then we know that we are using maximum potential for our brain. Now, as you know, some people, we are right-handed or left-handed, and we continue to use the right hand or the left hand. And that's called homolateral performance. Homolateral means one side, right-hand side or left-hand side. We do prefer that during our life, you know, everybody writing and all. So we don't exercise half of our brain. 50% of our brain is not even used. So with the Tai Chi practices and these kind of practices, let us develop a habit of doing unscrambling this whole area, unscrambling and making sure that both sides are performing in a proper way. And in that, we had done one posture that you probably remember was the safe harbor, you know, that Gail had introduced. And that safe harbor went very simple. We cross our hand first, then turn them around and clasp the hands. So we can cross. This is cross. Turn them around and bring it here. So let's do that again. She started in this fashion. Cross. Clasp your hand, turn inside, clasp your hand. And as you bring it here, turn it inside. Let's have inhale and exhalation. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more inhalation. Exhale. This next movement that was done was crossing the leg. The way we do that is stabilize, empty all the weight in on one side and lift and bring it so that the back of the knee touches the front of the patella, the front of the knee there. So that's how it will happen. Okay, let me adjust that. So if I show you, it will be coming like this, and this back leg will be slightly bent, and the foot is completely on the ground, on the floor. That is stable. If the foot is too far out, too far on this side, it's just in front of the other. That's all. In front of the other. And then. So this is what was done. So let's do this. And then the last movement was stabilizing up here. Inhale, exhale. Bend, balancing. Bend, balancing. Bend in front, balancing. Feel the balance in the feet. Inhale, exhale as you bend down. Exhale as you bend down, compress that belly. Exhale. Inhale. Uncross. Let's do the other side. Inhale, exhale. I'm going to share with you a small section of inviting the earth and heaven and the earth together. This is part of a couple of dance moves that we just learned. So, but this is a combination of what we're just doing here. So that because it is a little variation, it's very easy to pick up. So let's plant ourselves with the feet together. And we're going to invite the earth and the heaven and the earth. So go slowly. Inhale. And do the namaste posture. Two hands together. We have invited the heavens and we have held them between our palms. The yang is between our palms now. As you bend a little bit the knees, bring the heavens down, the third eye. Traveling to the heart lung center, to the third dantian. Inhale as you go up. Stretch up and lift your feet. Balance yourself. Raise up as much as you can. And then exhale and come down. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. The heels are up. Bring it down. This time we'll do a little bit next step, which is similar to what we just did, but it's going to be a little tricky. So I'm going to show it to you first. So I'm going to bring this down. As I bring it down, I'm going to lift one leg up and ride my sole of the foot to the other leg. And like this. Support. Remember I showed you the support last time? How you support yourself in the tree position? That's what we're doing. Bring it down. And then you plant it in front. Remember the last position that we did with the safe harbor? But this time when you bring it down, you cross your hands and bend down. So let's do that again. As you come down here, separate. You're supported. Bring the foot down as you come down. It's a lot of balance. That's you are doing welcoming. You welcome the heaven and the earth. Let's do the other leg. So as we bring this down, raise the other leg and support yourself. and stand supported, separate and front. Step in the front and bring it down. You're welcoming the earth and the heaven. Now, so the windows are two wide windows. We created one window like this. The other window is like this. See if you can create a window and see. Keep the palm and everything together, cross, and create a window. Just bend your. Can you see me? Yes, I can see the face right through the window. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Bend your knee. I have to remind myself to make sure that I have the energy optimized position. Come together, relax. The energy has been flowing, so let's do a little spontaneous movement, spontaneous Qigong. Move it around. If you want to do a little bit rotation of the spine, go ahead and do that. It's a very powerful experience with all this. We invited the heaven, the earth. We did the figure of 8 energy that's flowing. Every cell of our body, every DNA is alive and thriving right now. Ready to go. Ready to go to the Tai Chi Easy 5. So here's what we're gonna do. I just want to release myself a little bit so that I'm ready. You can do your own practice, whatever your needs are. I'm just going to give a little bit of loving to all of my body. It feels so nice to just pat all over. Feels very good. I take a deep breath. Sigh of relief. Ha. Inhale, sigh of relief. One more. Okay. So now we'll do what Gail showed us last time. We'll begin with the walking. We'll begin the Tai Chi Z5, the first couple of moves. So let's open on the right side. Bend the knee. And as you get your hands out, balance yourself, empty your weight on the left, and then plant it as you get your chi ball. Let's do that again. Do the other side. Empty on the bring it back. So I'm going to open on my left, your right. Now the heel, as soon as you open, the heel goes first and the foot goes next. Now, as we start walking, as you know, we did this. This was the movement, that the first movement we had is harmonizing. And then we did this and harmonizing this way. So let's do this. The ball is over here. We harmonize this. Lift up the heel. From the ball, put the heel down on this side and lift up the heel on your left. Rise and sink at the same time. Rise and sink. But keep the hand at the level of the heart, not up, not down, just at this level, and not far out like this, because the spine needs to remain straight. Form. Lift up the heel. Got it? Okay. Now, when we start walking, it's very interesting. Let's see, I have this, okay? Now lift up the heel on my right side, your right side, my left side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lift up that foot and half step. So bring it as a half step. And then form the ball. Now the half step is there. I'm going to move, plant forward. The heel first. Remember, we have done this with Gail. And move forward fully. At this time, the front knee bends, the back leg is straightened out, spine is straight. So one step forward. Now lift the heel up on the back leg, rise up. Form the ball. And as you form the ball, half step with your left. Spine straight. Now as you harmonize, as you move the hand over, same time, heel on the floor and move like so. So I'm going to go back so that you can see it. The spine is straight. Now the weight is more on the front foot, but also the left. Your right is, the heel is up on your right side. From the ball, your right leg, half step. Half step in Tai Chi is very crucial. Any of the further movements that we have in Tai Chi, half step is extremely beneficial and useful. Heel first. Okay, so let me start from back so that I have, I was stopping here so that you can see my feet. So this is where now we're going to walk on the parallel here. You imagine a rail track in front of you. So you're going to go a little bit sideways like this and walk, not quite directly in front, a little bit on the side, okay? So I'll do one more here, half step, and walk on my left. Walk on your left hand, okay? Now, remember the next one was sending the chi and brushing the knee. So this time I'm going to do is I'm going to have the ball here form, stand there. I'm going to reverse the ball. This is where I'm going to transit into the next step. Turn, and I'm going to, as I send the chi, I'm going to step with my heel out and send the chi. Brush the knee. So let me do that again. I'm going to reverse the ball, lower the ball. Now lowering them will make me more stable. Go in the back. Heel first. Send the chi. And this hand brushes the knee. Form the ball. Raise up the heel on your left side. Rise up like I'm doing. Rise up. Half step. This time there's no reversing of the ball, just lowering and send chi. All you're sending is not high up, not down here, at the level of the heart. Okay, so let's do that again. starting from the very beginning. The 2 steps that we're doing, and we'll do that. We'll repeat them. So open on your right, and then the left heel is up, half step, harmonize, heel down, forward, weight shift, from the ball again, half step, now this time I'm going to reverse it on this side. So from the ball, half step, reverse it. Now you turn a little bit. This is the area where the balance is crucial. Turn a little bit and then heel down, send the chi. When you send the chi, you're going to get more chi. So this is the movement, it will be there. I'm going to collect more chi. We'll refine this, in a later time. Just initial balance is what we're focusing on at this point. Okay. So the first 2 moves we have done on opening on my left, your right. So we'll open the other side now. Empty your 1 foot, open on the other side now, and from the ball. Sorry, from the ball, like so. It goes, the hand is lower, this one. Heel up, torso is straight, half step, little bit down, heel first, harmonize. I'm just looking in front of you so that I want to show you, but otherwise we'll refine this a little bit more as we go along. Follow this, right? Now I'm going to reverse the ball. And reversing ball comes along with the half step. Get the chi ball form. Okay, so we've done these 2. This is an initial walking. We'll introduce the backward walking, etc. the next time. Let's just tap a little bit all over to have the energies again. Let that Tai Chi Zifa sink in. Feel good about all the interesting experiences that we've had today. Shower yourself with the grace of both the yin and the yang. Let it sink into every DNA of your body. 2 more times. And the last time. Hold the chi ball in front of you and spend some moments in silence. The experience, the watchful, the witness mind at this point is watching what happened. What was it like? Inquire within every area of your body, the brain, the heart, the liver, all the organs, all the tissues. How did they feel? And we close. Thank you. Over to Malik.
Thank you, Dr. Bakshi. What we can do at this point is go through a couple of the quick announcements so that we can get those out of the way, and it allows us to have an opportunity to go forward with your inspiration, so on and so forth. So I'm just going to use a quick PowerPoint to just again highlight the different options that you have to really engage and participate. As you all know, that the Saturday practices that we do currently are going to stay the way they are. There's nothing in that regard that's going to change. However, some of the other programs, there are going to be some changes related to that. So I'm just going to share that with you, and there'll be some links. I will be emailing that to everybody so that you can take advantage of these opportunities. So first and foremost, what we have is the Body Mind video subscription, where we're going to have one weekly video practice, and typically that's going to be on Wednesday, where you have access to that. Um, and we will give you a bonus video at the end of each month typically. So that's the link. Again, don't worry about it. I'll be sharing this with you for you to do that. But this is going to be similar to what we have here, except it's going to be 1 hour curated by different instructors, Dr. Bakshi, Gail, and any others that want to participate, and you will have access to that. And again, this will be lifetime access. So once these practices are part of the video library, you'll be able to go in and have a look at that whenever you desire. Number two, there's going to be breath clinic conducted by Dr. Bakshi. This is in conjunction with the Optimize Your Breath program that has been that Dr. Bakshi has been conducting. We have actually another session coming up this weekend. It's really focused on the breath by using different philosophies and practices. It's going to be about a half an hour to 45 minutes, Tuesday, Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. And that is $7.99. Now, those of you that will participate in the Optimize Your Breath workshop, there's a special discount. So that's a separate aspect as well. But just wanted to share that, and this is going to be via Zoom. This is not a video practice. This is going to be on Zoom at that time, and you would be registering so you can get a specific link. And you have to log in to get that every time when you access the Zoom meeting. So that's number two. And the third is the combo. It's basically both of them combined. We have a special for everybody where it's less than what the first one, which is $9.99. Second is $7.99, and here the combination which you can register for. You can take advantage of all those practices and opportunities for $12.99. That includes the weekly video and twice a week breath practices that you would have live on Zoom. So just wanted to share that with everybody. And again, because of some of the programs, that's we have to accommodate for this, but we want to give all of you the opportunity to access this as well, because as we know, the power of this is priceless and can really help us in healing, immunity, resilience, and just overall well-being. So we're trying to keep it basically to cover the overheads that we have for housing these videos and programs and so on and so forth, to just make it accessible to everybody in the community. So just wanted to share that with everybody. And I will be sending an email with this, with these links. So we would highly recommend you take advantage of it and continue this practices and your enhancement as you go forward. Dr. Bakshi, if you would like to add anything related to this, I would love for you to do so.
Yeah, only one aspect about the breath, and I've been saying that in a way that is most, I would say, is an awakening for me after having gone through, quite a number of years of learning in yogic style, and thinking about a lot of other areas and all, and then recently coming together with some science and some of the stuff. So it is my really pleasure to practice with people, and it will be like we'll all practice together, but we'll explore different ways and different benefits of different approaches. Of course, there'll be a one consistent, format so that everybody learns the basic consistent format. But one of the questions I'm always asked, and I just want to, I also ask the question, I ask many people as I go around, do you do yoga? Yes, I do. Do you do breath practices? Absolutely. Or pranayam? Yes, I do this. Now, how often do you do that? That's my next question. And invariably the answer is, oh, I do half an hour every day or 1 hour every day, morning, evening, and all that. That's a great answer. It's wonderful. I love that. That's great. That's a great consistency. And my next question is, so what is happening the 23 hours? You did 1 hour a day. What is happening during that 23 hours of your breath? And there's a pause. It was a pause on my side because my instructor asked me that. He said, well, that's great. I mean, you're doing great. And there was a whole instructors being trained, and this was a big question. And I said, wow, what does that mean? He said, well, it's just a matter of building up your breath, the way you do it. Breath pattern is the word. And so how do you change your breath pattern on a moment to moment basis? And that's what this will help. And again, half an hour twice a week is not the replacement for practices at home, but that's what I'm really excited about, to bring about an inherent change in me and anybody else who's going to be on journey with me. So that's all I wanted to say. Maulik, thank you.
Right, and one of the biggest things is that the benefits of the one of the reasons why we came up with the other video subscription is that we've had many individuals that have started working again. And if you notice, we've had individuals that cannot make it to the session and they really want to still continue the practices. They still want to get access to this. So Saturday is one thing, but having access to something like this that they can do at their leisure, and each one of you, that's something that's really powerful, and it's something that we felt could really benefit as well. So both of these things are have their own benefits and purposes, and hope you guys take advantage of it. So, I'll turn over to everybody else to share your thoughts, inspirations. Also, if you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer that as well. But just wanted to share that with everybody. So, over to all of you.
Hello, this is Viraj from Pittsburgh. Hello, hello, Bakshi family. Kayla, I mean, Kaylan, Kaylan, Kiran's brother, and Maulik Bakshi. Everything was good, and the breath, and the ball and the leg movements, and all body movements besides walking. Really I really liked everything. It was good. I do feel I feel more good now. Thank you, and as of now, we'll see you Saturday, and have a good one. Bakshi family, stay healthy and safe for now. Okay, stay healthy, safe. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Viraj.
All right.
You are an amazing person. because you do make every one of us slow down. This is the whole idea. The world is moving too fast, and you really have set the pace in even giving the response is so wonderful because you are full of heart, Viraj, you're full of heart. And we see that. So thank you very much for providing the feedback every single time you're there. So you uplift the whole, even the age group, you're lifting up the everybody is becoming younger. Thank
Cool,
you.
that's cool. That's good. Anytime, Bakshi family,
Yeah.
besides you, I like it. I really appreciate it. Good, Kailan Bakshi,
Thank you.
doing good job during COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic. All right.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
Hi, it's Gail. I just wanted to share how much I enjoyed the figure eight or infinity sign practice. I'm getting an echo. Also, I wanted to tag on to what Maulik was saying about the video series. I find the more I practice, even though I think I've known something, the deeper I go and the more I awaken in my own body and my own mind and my own spirit. So I encourage you all to keep joining us. We love sharing it with you.
Thank you, Gail.
Okay, Gail Viraj from Pittsburgh, I appreciate, and I forgot I also like the figure eight and everything from Pittsburgh. Viraj, thank you. Now you guys can continue.
Thank you.
Thanks, Viraj.
Welcome.
Also, a wonderful message by Carol. Figure eight was terrific. Helped my sore hip this morning a great deal. So thank you. Thank you very much for sharing that, Carol.
So this is Kiran. Um, figure of eight is the infinity. There's a lot of wonderful things, and I appreciate your doing that today with all the different parts of the body, different neck and everything. Really enjoyed that. Do want to add a couple of things in that regard. What I do, uh, right or wrong, I do not know, but I enjoy it. That's why I'm sharing that. Uh, Whenever I'm walking now, not on the street, that's not a very good idea to do figure of eight walking. People would ask you to stop and draw a straight line and make sure that you're not drunk. So I don't do that on the street. But whenever I'm walking in the home or in my backyard, which I do quite often, rather than walking straight, I go figure of eight. That's one thing that I kind of really enjoy that. It gets, what happens with that is not the legs, it's the brain that begins to follow that pattern. And that's very refreshing. You try it out sometime. If you haven't done it, try it out. The other thing I do, and this is for the lion's breath, okay? Because when you were doing today, it reminded me of the things that I've done a number of times. And I did that today again. And I don't know whether this works very well for everybody, but it does for me. So when you're in the lion breath, you of course deep breathe, you deep, inhale, and then you're going to be exhaling through your mouth, right? And at that time, I let the tongue do the figure of eight, and I count it until 3 times the figure of eight. And I definitely want to make sure that I exhale that long. Okay. Am I making sense to you? I'm exhaling. My tongue is doing figure of eight 3 times. I can do 4 times if I can, but what he does is it gives my stomach muscles a very good, it's a long exhale. And it's wonderful. I have tried out. I don't know what that means. I'm just sharing. Any comments, Kalinbhai?
Yeah, it's a tongue twister.
I know it is.
The tongue twister and
But the exhale part is very phenomenal.
the words
Try it
come
out.
words come out clearer too. I think that's wonderful. Now, it's absolutely true. Tongue has so many muscles that we don't exercise, and that's very, very helpful. Thank you for giving that insight. That's very good. Another thing I will tell you about the figure of eight is it's very protective. And this is something that I learned from it's a trivia. But you see a snake, and the snake is trying to follow you. Well, you do a lot of figure of eight walking, the snake will get confused. Will stop there in the track. This is something that I read somewhere. I've never been chased by a snake, but maybe worth remembering that anyhow.
So the walk and the Tai Chi walk and the Tai Chi Easy was wonderful. I really enjoyed it. So the message for the day is just get behind the 8-ball.
8-ball. Okay.
Can I ask you, I didn't understand, Kiran, what you do. So you inhale, and then when you are exhaling, you make, with your tongue, you make the figure 8 as you're exhaling. Is that what you do?
Yes, you're exhaling through your mouth, of course. In your mouth, you're exhaling through the mouth, so your mouth is open. And the idea behind this, okay, the reason why I do that is mainly, yes, the tongue twister part is correct, but I want to extend my exhale as long as I can with all the muscles of my stomach going inside, okay? And that's really, so I started out with 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. I've gone up to 5 times, 8. But that you can't keep on doing it 5 times for a long time. Okay, so 3 is my limit on my green zone. Am I making sense?
Yeah. So when you are while you're exhaling, you're compressing your core and everything, trying to exhale out, and you're doing the letter 8. Okay, because I tried it when you said it, so I do get it. So it helps your core muscles also then.
Absolutely. It is. I don't know, but it's very powerful for me. I don't know. It's refreshing. So just sharing. I don't know the science behind it. These doctors will tell us that, but I love it.
In the breathing technique, what he's also doing by doing so is normally there is a very little resistance if we exhale through the mouth, very little. When you do any kind of movements with the tongue and all and prolong the exhalation, you are actually accomplishing some of the advantages that nasal breathing would have. So, in a lot of ways, this is true. So that's a good variation. Thank you.
We have a comment by Chandrakant Pujara. Figure 8 was wonderful. Thank you very much. This makes me tired. So something that, okay. Thank you very much for sharing that. I think that with that, I think we're good for today. Appreciate all of you joining us as always. We will be having the practice on Saturday with the same Zoom address. Following Saturday, the Zoom ID will be changing. You'll receive an email related to that for the complimentary session that'll continue going forward. So with that, everybody stay safe. Use a face mask. Wash your hands. Use some hand sanitizer, and take care of yourselves.
1 second, Maulik.
Saturday.
Thank you. See you on Saturday.
Maulik, Saturday, just one small announcement. Saturday is going to be very special, okay? It is going to be 5-element practice comparing the yoga 5 elements and the Tai Chi 5 elements, okay? It's a very special one. So.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Viraj, thank you, Viraj.